From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you had invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here. It is Friday, end of the week. Getting ready for a brand new weekend. So as a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share a suggestion, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So you can go ahead and type your name in the chat box. Again, I see we have my man Prelvis Lofties from Corpus Christi, Texas. I'll be seeing Prelvis in a week, going to Houston. See Anna Clark from Rousseau, Dominica. Good morning. Van Hairston from New Jersey. Don Marie. Good morning. Folo Rumso from Nigeria. Good morning. Miss Debbie from Dallas, Texas. Don is in Laughlin, Nevada. Facebook user from Cleveland, Ohio, and another Facebook user from Iowa. Marnita from Colorado. Okay, well, last night we did night 2 of the Ivy League Crypto Academy live classes. I hope you guys learned a lot of information there. I shared something that I normally don't do. I shared 3 7-figure positions that I have in the crypto space. 3 7-figure positions each. Also, I shared my secondary portfolio that we've been doing live on Crypto Talk, and we covered a couple of the lessons. By the way, Bitcoin 101, I have redone every single video. They just hasn't been released yet. I'm almost finished recording them, but I've redone Bitcoin 101 to upgrade it, to make it more modern. So if you've gone through them before, they're a little bit different this time. And you guys that were on last night got to see a little taste of that Tuesday night and Thursday night. And the crypto talks that I am doing is going to change in March. I will be doing them just for the Ivy League Crypto Academy group coming up soon. I'm drawing down a lot of other businesses that I'm doing to put my focus on my own brand, my own company. coming up soon. But I love to teach and educate, and I hope you guys learned something from that last night. And you can still be a founding member, because guess what? All of the classes are recorded. So the university itself, the website, once you're a founding member, you have access to it. You're going to have access to all of the previous recordings of our classes as well. So don't think that you've missed out. I don't want to drop FOMO on you. Although yes, it is great to see it live. But if you're not able to be a part of that just yet, and you do later on, you'll be able to go back and see the recordings. And remember, the founding member, you have to be a VIP of the 5-day challenge for $97. But you get the founding member for all the courses. There's going to be a total of about 120 when all is said and done. 120 videos. Regular price is $29.97. Founding members get it for $9.97, and I have a payment plan on it too. And if you are a prior student, and what I mean by prior student, anybody that was in cryptogenics, KGX, economics, Coinbit Pro, Crypto Global, Twin Turbo, iLearning Crypto, WCL, any of those, you get it at half off, $500, and you get access to the Ivy League Crypto Academy. So I wanted to make it available to everybody, regardless of your current status and what you're doing. Next week, I will be in Houston. There is a local regional event for WCL. I have other business in Houston, so I might as well, kill two birds with one stone. So I'll be in Houston next weekend shortly. I'm only going to be there maybe one whole full day, but I'll be there. And next week is the beginning of the next 5-day challenge, our second 5-day challenge. And like I told the class last night, if you were a part of the 5-day challenge last month and you think I don't need to do it again because I was already a part of it, no. I guarantee you will see or hear something that you didn't catch last time. This is why repetition is everything. I guarantee you. Why do basketball players shoot 1,000 shots a day? It's practice. Seeing it over and over and over. Why do they watch videotapes? They played when Kobe Bryant was playing, and let's say he was going head up against LeBron James, and he's studying tapes the night before. He's been playing against LeBron for years. He knows what he's going to do. But it's repetition. So I strongly encourage you guys, take advantage of the 5-day challenge again next week. And if you were a VIP member last month, you're a VIP member this month. And if you're not a VIP member, it's free. The 5-day challenge doesn't cost you anything to learn. Okay, so let's share some screen here and see what's going on in the crypto market today. What's going on, Herschel and Yashika, Mike Maines. What's going on in the crypto world? Wow. I'm just reading this top here. Okay. The market cap is at 1.8 trillion. It is down 5.2% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance has fallen below 40% to 39.8. Ethereum has fallen below 18% to 17.7. Good morning, Tony and Faye Harris. Bitcoin is below 40,000. What did I tell you guys? I made a note. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, on Monday. What did I say right there? Tether at 45,000 if it cannot hold above 46,000. And I said, if it can't do that, and it breaks the bottom higher low of 41,000, this thing's going to slide to between 35 to 38,000. And where are we at right now? 39,000. It pays to be crypto educated, because I did do exactly that on my other account. I tethered at 45,000. Now I'm just looking at, when am I going to come back in? I can come back in right now and make a profit, or I can wait and keep letting it slide to 38, 37. How low will this slide? And then come back in. See, I make more money when the market goes down than when the market goes up. Because for me right now, it is not about how much money you make. It's about how many coins can you accumulate. So that's how I look at the charts. I'm not looking at the daily swing trades like day traders do. I used to do that. I'm looking more long term. I need to accumulate as many coins regardless of the price. That is what we're doing with our secondary portfolio, which I'll show you guys in a minute. We want to accumulate regardless of the price. But you make sure when you start to accumulate, you start accumulating at the best price possible. All right, so Bitcoin's 39,800, Ethereum's at 2,800. This is getting back to buying territory too. So I want to buy more Ethereum when it hits about 2,600. So today is the 18th. So let me make a note. Buy ETH at 2,600. That's me. Okay. BNB is down 4.4%. Ripple's down 4.5%. Cardano's down 4.4%. Solana 6.8%. Avalanche 8.6%. Luna's down 8.9%. Polkadot 4.2%. Dogecoin 4.4%. Shiba Inu's down 5.7%. Kronos. Is that what they're calling this? Is that you know what? Yeah, I never even didn't click. Crypto.com, Crow. I called it Crow, but it's Kronos. Huh. Didn't click in my head. Okay. Kronos is down 3.2. Polygon Matic is down 7.3. Wrapped Bitcoin. All right. Who's the best performers? Any good performers in the last 24 hours? Neo's up 6.8. Humans.ai up 2. And that's it. Worst performers is good morning, John Brown. Also, Janelle. Tony, you went full all in on PulseX. Congratulations. Lori, good morning. Decentraland is the biggest loser, down 10.2. AV's down 9.1. Luna 8.9. Avalanche 8.6. Wow, Avalanche is down another 8.6. Where about Axie Infinity? This is good buying territory. Airweave is down 8.1. Near 8.1. Cadena 7.8. There's Axie Infinity is down 7.4. 13% on the week. In fact, let me look at the 7-day chart. Best performers is Frax Share 19.2. Neo 19.7. Juno. Clayton, Osmosis, Convex Finance. Okay, the worst ones. BitTorrent, Old, Flow, Harmony, Oasis, Airweave, Quant, Data Network, Sandbox. Sand is down 17.8. Engine's down 15.9. I see some buying opportunity here. Polygon's down 15. Solana's down 14.7. I see buying opportunity. I'm ready. I'm reaching to buy something. Let's look at our secondary portfolio. Oh, I can do it by sharing screen, right? Yeah. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Okay, come on up. All right. So you guys should be able to see that screen. What are we looking like today? So we're down $800 on the day. Who had the biggest loss there? It's Kronos. Luna down 9. Sandbox 8. CRV 8. Solana 6. Matic 7. Cosmos 8. Axie Infinity 8. Avalanche 8.4. Adios 9. Scale 11. Dodge Lone Mars 10. Adventure Gold. I'm looking at the top ones. Okay, if I'm gonna buy $100 worth of something right now, which one do I want to do? Will it be Luna, Sand, Cosmos, or Axie Infinity? Let's first take a look at the news and see if we find anything that's going to give any type of indication on which one I want to do. I already have an idea right now. It's going to be Axie Infinity, only because I keep putting to increase that position, Axie and Avalanche. But let's see what the news has to say for us today. Oh yeah, and our meme tokens. What's going on here? Vetter down by 8. Saitama down 1. Wakanda's down 5. Toys, it's not telling me how much it's down, but it's down. Big time dropped. Green is down 1.5%. Okay, let's see what the news is saying. Pantera Capital says crypto assets are very cheap right now. Yeah. Analyst Benjamin Cohen updates outlook for Bitcoin. Outlines best case scenario for this quarter. Yeah, we're going to look at that. AV, Compound, and these two altcoins are flashing bullish signals. That's the key. This is the article that might find us which coin am I going to buy today. So yeah, we're going to look at that one. Bitcoin will rally dramatically when this happens. Okay, let's start with this. According to Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary, what is Kevin saying? Bitcoin will rally dramatically. Shark Tank star and billionaire investor Kevin O'Leary is predicting that Bitcoin will surge in value once regulatory clarity is in place. I actually agree with that. In a new Stansberry Research interview, O'Leary says that Bitcoin could appreciate by several multiples from the current price once institutional investors are allowed to purchase crypto assets. Institutional investors already can purchase assets. It's just not the way they want it to be done. At some point in the next 2 to 3 years, the US regulator is going to rule on cryptocurrencies, and they will rule first on stablecoins and Bitcoin itself, and the very large assets by market cap. As soon as that happens, if I'm running a sovereign fund or a pension plan, I'm going to allocate to it probably 1 to 3%. And I want to long Bitcoin when that happens. You want to talk about Bitcoin going to $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. It's going to be when institutions can finally buy in. According to the Shark Tank star, institutional investors need regulatory compliance and to meet environmental, social, and government standards before they can invest in Bitcoin. I can tell you with certainty, see that word there? Certainty. Right now, because I service sovereign wealth funds and pension plans and in the indexing business, for all of the hype around Bitcoin, none of those institutions own a single coin yet. So I already just reading this so far. He says, where's his time frame here again? In the next 2 to 3 years. So we're looking 2024 to 2025. I'll be 47, 48 years old. This is why we want to accumulate as much right now. Don't worry about the price today. The sucker's this is going to explode, this market cap. So whatever you're holding right now is going to multiply like tenfold, which is why the goal is to get this account to 100,000 and then let it ride the wave of this going to 8 to 10 trillion. That goes to 8 to 10 trillion, and this is sitting at 100,000. What do you think this number is going to grow to? By default, millions. Not tomorrow, not 6 months from now, but I'm looking the next 2 to 3 years. Okay. He goes on to say, according, I can tell you with certainty, yeah. And they are not going to until their compliance departments allow for the ESG mandates to be checked the box on that. And of course, be compliant on the asset class itself. But when they do get that go ahead, the price of the coin is going to appreciate dramatically. Dramatically. No, I don't have that ISO 222 in my wallet, Tony. O'Leary says institutional investors will find it easy to purchase Bitcoin if it is categorized as software. If you think about Bitcoin being software, interesting, because right now everybody looks at it as an asset. So he's calling it software. You think of the blockchain software. Why is he saying if Bitcoin? Okay, I'm trying to put myself in the mind of a billionaire here. So let's read this slowly. O'Leary says institutional investors will find it easy to purchase Bitcoin if it is categorized as software. If you think about Bitcoin being software, which is what it is, and these institutions own Microsoft, they own Google, that's all software too. So it's very easy for them to get their heads around it as soon as it's compliant. They will buy 1 to 3%, and that's when the price is going to appreciate. And I think that's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years. Bitcoin is trading for 43,271 at time of writing. Okay, so if he says 2 to 3 years, reality, we're looking at more like 1.5 to 2.5 years. Okay. Again, these guys say one thing publicly. That's not necessarily what they truly believe. You know who's evidence of this? Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. Bitcoin's rat poison square. I don't invest in speculation. I need to do more research. You guys remember that? Warren Buffett? At the same time he was saying this, and all the Bitcoin critics were using him as the poster child for why you shouldn't get in Bitcoin. If the Maverick, or what is his nickname? The Oracle of Omaha. If the Oracle of stock trading and investing, it says that Bitcoin is rat poison square, then why are you getting into it? But what people don't know is at the same time as he was saying that, he invested $100 million in fintech technology, the fintech sector. Do you know what the fintech sector is? What technology they're using? Blockchain. Saying one thing on one hand, doing something different. And then you know what he just came out and did? Invested $1 billion in a bank. that is all about crypto. He invested $1 billion. How many of you remember my story about the river of money? I always love to share that story when I do Bitcoin boot camps. The river of money and what wealthy people do. They may talk bad about it all day long because it is not the status quo. They're already on top. Why change what's already working for them? But if it becomes inevitable against their wishes, all they do is pull up anchor and float in the new direction of the river of money, and they stay rich. That's all Bill Gates did. I mean, not Warren Buffett did. I don't know if Warren Buffett really even still believes in this. He doesn't matter if he believes it or not. He understands the fact. This is the best performing asset of the past decade, period. Berkshire Hathaway was number 2 and a distant 2, not even close, not even on the radar screen. You can't ignore it's the best performing asset of the past decade. Almost, we're getting to a point, a whole new generation. My youngest son was born in 2007. He's only, 2 years older than Bitcoin? A year and a half older than Bitcoin? So almost his entire life, this is all he knows. His entire life, the best performing asset of his entire life has been Bitcoin. All right. Do I want to quote anything on this? Yeah, I'm going to save that. Pantera Capital says crypto assets are very cheap right now. Antonio, you're right. Tico's talking about Cardano, Avalanche, and Hex. Pantera Capital says crypto assets are very cheap right now, warns this annual event could depress prices. Digital asset investment firm Pantera Capital says that cryptocurrencies are currently trading at discount prices. They are. The firm says that despite dropping to around $40,000 from an all-time high of nearly $70,000 in November, Bitcoin was not overvalued. We've updated some Bitcoin charts first. Shown in our June 2021 newsletter, they confirm our sense that the markets did not get overvalued and are, in fact, very cheap right now. The year-on-year return never went literally off the chart like in past peaks. It's down 11% year-on-year. During a period when the Fed printed $5 trillion in that period seems cheap. Bitcoin's 4 year-on-year return is at the lowest end of its historical range. Again, doesn't look overvalued. Pantera says that prices could even go lower because of the tax season. The firm explains that crypto traders may sell holdings to pay for their taxes due on April 18th of this year. I could agree because I'll be doing the same thing. Some of crypto selling pressure has been unintended tax positions. There are 1.4 trillion of cryptocurrency capital gains created last year. That could have caused a decent chunk of the recent sales. Tax day can be important to crypto prices. After the 3 previous big run-ups, 2013, 17, and 2020, and this one, 2021, Bitcoin peaked 35 days before tax day and then declined to a local trough as investors sold off assets to cover taxes accrued in 2020. That makes some sense. That is true. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to do the same thing. I got to pay the tax bill from 2021. I'm going to sell some crypto to do it. Pantera says that the selling pressure may be attributed to the large number of traders who are unaware that crypto transactions are taxable. A lot of crypto traders are new to investing. You can imagine a person buying as much Bitcoin as they can, and then their tax preparer tells them they owe 34% of the gains in taxes. Since they're all in on crypto, the only way to raise cash to pay their tax bill is to sell some crypto. Prices fall leading up to tax day. Okay. So he's saying don't expect to see the rocket ship come back up to the 50,000 range or so, 60,000 range for Bitcoin until after April 18th. after tax day. All right, that's a good way of a measuring stick. I'm gonna keep mental note of that. Analyst Benjamin Cohen updates outlook for Bitcoin. Outlines a best case scenario for Bitcoin this quarter. That's right, Provis. You got to pay your taxes. You got to pay it. A widely followed crypto analyst is assessing where Bitcoin stands halfway through the first quarter of 2022, as well as when crypto investors might expect to see a rally for altcoins. In a new strategy session, Benjamin Cohen tells his YouTube subscribers that while he's not particularly bullish on Bitcoin in the short term, he's limiting his analysis to first quarter only and not looking ahead to the rest of the year. My general outlook for first quarter is bearish for Bitcoin, or neutral at best. The best case scenario I can imagine would be Bitcoin closing first quarter at around the place that it opened, so around $46,000. I'm not talking about third quarter, second, or fourth quarter. I'm talking about quarter one. Cohen explains how he manages risk in an environment where several macroeconomic factors influence the crypto markets, including the altcoin markets. I see quantitative tightening. We see a lot of macroeconomic uncertainty. We see the dollar still above its own bull market support band. We see Bitcoin below its bull market support band. I cannot look at those conditions and say that it's the best scenario for altcoins. And the reason I say that is not to make you feel bad, but I have to be honest and say, look, this is just the way it is. Right now, altcoins are very fragile when Bitcoin's below the bull market support band, potentially because of all this economic uncertainty and also the NASDAQ and the stock market. The S&P has been selling off recently. Cohen goes on to explain what he thinks the ideal situation is for altcoins in relation to Bitcoin. Altcoins do the best when Bitcoin is going sideways above its bull market support band, like in May and September of 2020, or in early 2021, or in later 2021. The chart guru concludes his analysis by discussing whether there will even be an alt season in the coming months. Cohen mentions that many altcoins didn't rise in conjunction with Bitcoin's recent $10,000 rally. If Bitcoin were to drop another 10 or 20%, then the altcoin valuations against the US dollar would likely take out their prior lows from back when Bitcoin was at $33,000. The reason it's important to think about that is if you're looking to allocate capital into cryptocurrency, you should consider the potential scenario where Bitcoin remains below its bull market support band. If it does, then you're not likely to see an alt season immediately. Cohen adds that if Bitcoin does experience a best case scenario and surpasses the bull market support band, if that happens, you would still have plenty of time to buy altcoins when the market isn't as fragile. In other words, he's saying we got time to accumulate. We still have a couple of months. And then we don't know what's going to happen in second quarter. But if what the last guy's talking about, tax season, because tax season or tax day begins at the beginning of the second quarter. So after that, we're looking into May and June. May and June, we start to see a recovery, an explosion in the last half of the summer. July, August, September. And then we'll see what October, November, and December, the last quarter, does. So this seems to be right on path with what the last guy said. And Aviant, Compound, and these two altcoins are flashing bullish. So do we see anything that we're going to buy today? Analytics firm Sentiment says. A leading crypto analytics firm is naming 4 altcoins that it says present lucrative entry opportunities. Sentiment says in a tweet that the native tokens for decentralized finance platforms Avi, Compound, and Maker, and the native token of Ren recently hit a price bottom. Let me verify that. This is why I never just trust what somebody says. Take a look. AV is down 8.7%. It's at $147. Let's look at this over the last 90 days. It's 77% from its all-time high. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. He's right on that one. What's the other one? Compound. Okay. $121, down 6.5%. Ooh. 86% from its all-time high. Okay. He's 2 for 2. Maker. MKR. $1,900. Well, that's right. This only has 1 million coins. 69% from its all-time high. 10 months ago, it was at $6,000. It's at 1,000 right now, almost 2,000. Okay. REN. REN. $0.32, down 7.2. 1 billion. 82% down from its all-time high. So far for me, REN and Compound. Maybe even AV, but REN and Compound. Okay. I don't have. Wait, let's look at this in this portfolio. There's Maker. I don't have Compound in this portfolio. Why not? Why don't I? I have it in another wallet. I know that for sure, but why haven't I been accumulating it here? All right, let's read this. AV, Compound, Maker, and REN have all shown very clear price bottoms recently, and they have all been accurately predicted by looking at how many active deposits have made up the total address activity of an asset. According to the analytics firm, the ratio of its bottom indicator is obtained by dividing active deposits by the number of daily active addresses. A low ratio indicates bullishness, while a high ratio signals bearishness. Starting with AV, sentiment says that it is bullish on the DeFi platform due to its low AD/DAD ratio. We could suggest that low values of this ratio are indicating nice buy opportunities. Next up is Compound. Sentiment says that it is optimistic about comp based on the AD/DAD ratio. Compounds dipped to all-time low just a few days ago. That's a good sign. Compound right now for me is at the top of the list. Next up is a native token of the REN protocol, which enables the movement of digital assets across different blockchains. The analytics firm says that REN had a bottomish splash last month, which potentially provided an ideal point. In the case of the native token of Maker, sentiment says Maker's rally could be relatively weaker. Okay. ADAD has dipped around the end of January. We could suggest it could surge more, not as strong as other tokens, but still. Why don't I? Compound is ringing in my ear right now. And I don't have a position on it in this wallet. Let's change that. I got to at least be in the game. If I have one. There you go. All right. I'm at least in the game. I got to be on the scoreboard. Okay. So I got one Compound now here in this wallet. I got to look at my other one to see what's. I know I don't have it in my Trust wallet. I got to check my Exodus. But all right, at least we're in the game on that one. So I got my purchase for the day. Okay, so that is it for Bitcoin Talk for today. It's coming up next very soon if you have not done so. Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA Challenge.com, ILCA Challenge.com. 5-day challenge begins on Monday. This is free, February 21st to the 25th. People's Money 5-day challenge. We're going to be covering: are you familiar with Satoshi Nakamoto? How the blockchain works on day 2. Why do we need cryptocurrencies? How does it work? Day 3. Unlocking cryptocurrency, day 4. The path to becoming a digital currency billionaire on day 5. I'm going to be actually doing day 5 from Houston. So day 5 next week. ILCAchallenge.com. And you can become a VIP member if you decide to upgrade, and you will be on the Zoom with me, because after we stop broadcasting the first hour, we then open it up for Q&A with all the VIP members. So you want to make sure, and that's actually the most fun part than the first part of it. The ability to ask questions, and we interact with you. And then if you want the classes, founding member pricing, $9.97 to get the classes, and we have payment plans. We have a payment plan as well if you don't want to do it all up front. $550 for 2 months or $400 over 3 months. And you get the classes, and we're doing not just you get the videos, but we're doing live classes like every Tuesday and Thursday night for 2 hours. Last night we finished our class number 2. And I know you guys as a part of that, you're learning so much. I know your mind's opening up. Whoa, I didn't even see things that way. It's one thing, reading. It's another thing having somebody hold your hand through the process. And you guys can get this at any given time. And if you're a prior student, you get half off. You get it for $500. So if you're a part of Cryptogenics, KGX, Economics, Coinbit Pro, Twin Turbo, iLearning Crypto, WCL, Crypto Global, any of those, you get half off, $500. You got to send me a private message, because I know if you're a part of those or not. All right. So that is it for Crypto Talk. Tomorrow, I'm going off the grid. Oh, I got to do that. I have to do the WCL presentation today at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific for Africa. So I'm doing a WCL presentation today. It is going to be on this link if anybody wants to be a part of that. Take care, Tony. All right, www.ceostraining.info. ceostraining.info if you want to be a part of that at 2 hours from about 2 hours and 15 minutes from now. Then I'm off the grid for the rest of the day. I will be back to do early morning crypto talk tomorrow morning, same time. And then there's going to be a huge announcement I'm hearing from WCL on the Saturday call with the CEO and the CTO, Francis Yoon and Nicholas Bailey. I don't know what this huge announcement is. I haven't been briefed yet. So it's going to be an interesting to see. So tomorrow, that's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And then following that, I do the iLearning Crypto presentation. And you guys are the first to hear me say this. This will be the last iLearning Crypto presentation that I will be doing for some time, because I need to make room for everything else that we have going on. So tomorrow, that will be at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. That will be the last iLearning Crypto presentation that I'll be doing for some time. It also goes for the crypto talks. I think next week, I do them every Tuesday and Thursday for the iLearning Crypto community. That will be the last time. Next week will be the last time for some time. because I'm gearing up for the Ivy League Crypto Academy, and I need to clear space for what we're doing. So with that, I will see you all tomorrow night. Hope you learned something new. I'm going to see you tomorrow night in 2.5 hours. Hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. And have a great weekend if I don't see or talk to you until next week. Take care, everybody. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.